Everyone, Corrie here, coming in to do my monthly channel messages. This one is going to be for March 2022 for the Aries. Trying to get each and every one in. Last month I missed Pisces and Virgo. They were the first I did, so they are recorded. Please remember, this doesn't replace any medical psychological advice, and I'm trying to make these much shorter and just short and sweet, just to get the messages out for each month. There is a lot of heaviness that is out there. There is a lot that's challenging us, but there's also a lot of love out there. And to be able to see the love, to be in the love, to exist in the love. So this is for Aries. We have some fire sign energy. And yesterday we had the moon was in Aries, the sun was in Pisces. So we had water and fire all over the place. And this is being recorded on March the 6th, my mom's birthday. So, and many other birthdays, I'm sure, but this is a day. If she didn't get to Earth, I would not have got to Earth. So it's how it all works. So there's always magic that's working on our behalf. And I'm trusting these messages, and by making them so much shorter this month. So for my Aries, you are in some of that energy. You've had Chiron really truly pounding on the door, pounding back. Chiron's been in Aries for a long, stationary, kind of stuck there for a long period of time. I'm not an astrologer, so excuse my lingo. I don't have that all down pat. I read energy, so I know the energy. And so with that energy and what I'm picking up and what I'm getting around that energy is that sense of just feeling like it's been like you've had to face, for a lot of the Aries, we've had to face a lot of the real big fucking challenges. Like we've dug up the dirt, we've had to see everything, and we've had to really discover what faith really means, and having faith and holding on to faith. So when I pulled the cards and when I'm channeling through this energy that comes, the cards are a reflection of validation to the messages that I'm getting. It was about faith. I feel like for some of you, you are being like, there's a lot of things being exposed, a lot of things that you're seeing, or a lot that's coming up that's making you question, what have I been doing? Why is this happening again? Do not say, why me? I'm like, I always say that, I'm like, don't dare say the why me statement, but there's a lot of why me things that is really truly coming up. And what you're doing is that you're just, you've hit that exhaustion, and then a little glimmer of hope, and then something else comes up. And that's been happening since 2018 for the Aries. Now it's probably been happening our whole lives, but where it's really like in our faces. So in order to get to our treasures, we have to dig up the dirt, right? We have to get to where the treasures are, or we have to go into that depth of the darkness. So for a lot of you, you've been taking this journey into the depths of the darkness, and that's in spirit, so if you're really tied to spiritual awakenings and spiritual awarenesses, taking the dark night of soul journey, Phoenix, your Phoenix rising moments, those experiences within our lives. We're at the point of where we've crossed the line from the crossroads, is that we know something about ourselves a little bit more than we knew before. So we're starting to find a sense of awareness in the Aries energy, even though it's not easy. So I pulled the Star card, and the Star card comes with Archangel Jovial, and we also have the energy of, it came in reverse. Now, I don't really know if the card really ties to reverse or if it doesn't, but for me, it was just like, I feel like you have been losing faith in either people or situations or things that are around you. And you are being told by the angels, by the guides, to hold on to faith, to have the faith that, things are, it's like there is some positive changes, even though it doesn't feel positive. So when we have to go through endings and we have to make changes in our lives, is that we don't recognize it as positive because we tie the word positive and negative. So I want to really connect to that for a moment. So we tie positive and negative. And so those words have meanings that by the dictionary. And when you bring it to energy, so it's pleasing, unpleasing. That's what the guides have been telling me to use more than positive, negative. Does that feel pleasing, or does it feel unpleasing to you? And so there's been a lot of unpleasant experiences or scenes or awarenesses that has come into focus. And the future is trying to tell us there's a pleasant future, one that has a little more rainbow and sunshines than before. The balance will be 80-20 compared to, in the pleasance instead of vice versa. And so that's what we're being told. And so the light, we're at that pivotal point. Do not give up now. Don't quit now. And I know this story. Don't quit now. Do not give up now. Now is not the time to quit. Now is not the time to give up. Now is not the time to back down. Now's the time to just, it's like, have faith, hold on this month. And with that comes in our King card, and it's the King of Pentacles. And this King of Pentacles being in a healthy form, brings about that compassion, practical listening, truly being able to listen, and just being very grounded, knows what success is like. I feel like for some of you, there's a mentor or the guides and the angels that are coming in that is just saying, just giving you some sound advice, some awareness of, when we're in fight or flight, we trust nobody. When we know how hard, when we know that we've been hurt, mistreated, people have been not loyal, then we don't even trust our own selves. We lose the ability to trust within ourselves because we start to mistrust everybody. And so we're being told there is somebody or something that's coming in that has that sense of they know the journey, but they have succeeded. And so for me as an Aries, what I've been writing down for myself is really truly looking at how successful I have been, not where I have failed. Because the failures we know. We all know our failures. We know how much we failed. We know the things that we've done. We know where we have been. It's like if it can exist in the outcomes of our lives, in our attitudes, in how we treat ourselves, in our lack of worth, in our bank accounts, it shows up everywhere. And so we're being told to bring that, that we're being made aware through somebody else's, through inspiration of somebody else's level of success, to say, listen, can you not see where you have succeeded? What have you done well? And so bring your attention to that this month. That's the big thing. And then also being aware of the dreamer, which is truly coming in with that, there is a new start, a new beginner. There is doors, new beginnings. There's doors opening for you. I feel like for some of you, you've been dreaming of this. And while you've been dreaming of this, I just feel like it's like what you're like Archangel Metatron is the angel that comes with this. And so this mapping, our lives truly do have so much of a destined life, and it's been mapped out and planned for us, but we're allowed to be the interference in our own lives. So sometimes our free will has us being the interference in our own life. We cause static and chaos and drama by allowing ourselves to hold on too long or holding ourselves to be stuck. And I just feel like it's like you're just like, so this zero wholeness, this is new beginnings, this is coming full circle, you're realizing, and you're aware of, with great gratitude, of the divine interventions that have taken you to be able to walk into this. And so pushing past the fears. In my most recent blog on my website, I write a quote that says, I am afraid. I am afraid, but I am going. And so that sense of afraid, we should be a little bit afraid of the unknown, because that also makes us to be a little bit aware. But fear, false acronyms being real, is very different than being afraid. Afraid is knowing that I have to be cautious. I have to look around. I have to be aware of my steps. I have to be aware of who and what I'm doing these things for. And I have to be aware that I hold on to those sense of myself that I've worked too hard to have. And remembering that and bringing that forward with you. And it truly then is that that your leap of faith is being, your leap of faith has a safety net called the angels and the guides. It has Metatron that is holding that Merkaba energy. And that's where we're stepping, is into that Merkaba energy, stepping into awakening, bringing your mind, body, soul connection together, Aries, in March and April. I just feel like this is the next few months for you could be life-changing. It's written in the stars. You have dreamt about it since you're a child. And there's something that is unfolding that brings forth a beautiful change within your life and in your world. Much love. Have a beautiful month, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.